Minasan, what's up, y'all? Everybody. So FateHimEtsuMilySuzume here. So tonight, you guys, it is April 17th, you guys. So tonight I'm gonna be reacting some gaming news stuff. I have not reacted to yet because I've been streaming consistently from last year to this year. So I just been streaming a lot, so I haven't really been reacting to a lot of gaming events and stuff like that. So tomorrow is the day where Alpha Lab 2 for 2XKO is coming out. So I'm gonna react to the dev video, the 1 hour longer video that they already posted, upload on the YouTube channel. So I'm gonna check that out. That where they show Jinx showcase and stuff like that. They're gonna like show stuff like that. But I know that the game's gonna come out with 10 fighters, and I know a lot of people are pissed off about that. But without you guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video and the stream while I'm recording this video. So without you guys, I'm gonna hop on Discord. You guys can be here, my friends. All right. Hi, Minasan. So, welcome back for the intro segment. And I know you guys are watching this video being recorded on stream, so it's whatever. I just jumped in Discord. My friend's gonna be jumping in, if they do. But anyways, wrong site, you guys. Wrong thing. I'm supposed to go to Google Chrome. I'm on Steam. Let me pull that up. There you go. Alright, you guys, so I'm now on Google Chrome browser. I'm gonna go ahead, new tab, go YouTube. We're gonna react to 2XKO. I have not reacted to 2XKO at all, or the latest what is it, Silent Hill thingy, whatever, right? So anyways, what the heck, Saint Seiya. Anyways, that's, what was that? Yeah, 2XKO. Boom. And I believe, where are they? Let's go to the YouTube channel. Let me check Discord. Yep, okay. Okay. Alright. What up, JB? You got Danga Ichigo? Nice. Nice. Anyways, you guys, we're gonna take a look at 2XKO. So let's jump straight into this one. So I haven't seen this one yet. This was 3 weeks ago. So Alpha Lab 2 is tomorrow.
Like a major reaction.
We're gonna react to this one, and then we're gonna sign up for Alpha Lab 2. That's if I do get in. If I do get lucky. We're gonna put everything here. We're not gonna put subtitles because they're speaking English anyways. Oops. Let's try that again. My bad, you guys did not mean to do that. Okay. 4K, right? So, I did press the like button, but I did not react to this one. Not to get you guys confusing. Alright, you guys, so we're gonna react to 2XKO's low def thingy. This is before Alpha Lab 2 comes out. But yeah. But anyways, you guys, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So we're gonna have full screen.
Hey everyone, it's Tom here.
We're gonna do this one. Let me adjust the thing here on OBS. Alright, you guys, got that done. Alright, so I'm very excited to see what they have been doing for the last 6 months. So from last year to now. So let's see what happens. So it looks like this is the March 2025 dev update. So let's see what they have done, see what they've changed. Let's check it out. Alright, so I'm gonna sign up by tonight, and then if I get lucky, who knows, but if not, that's alright. But I play Alpha Lab 1 already, so I know how the game feels. So we'll see how much they changed for the past 6 months. So let's check it out. So alright, 3, 2, 1, 0. Easel, click play. Start.
Hey everyone, it's Tom here.
All right.
I'm here with Sean and Clock for a dev update on 2XKO. Last month, we announced that we're revisiting our plans for Alpha Lab 2. And after that, we know you had a lot of questions. You wanted to know what we've been working on ever since our first Alpha Lab last August. So in this video, we're going to catch you all up. We'll go over all the gameplay changes
Jinx.
since Alpha Lab 1.
Why does she look so
and
tall?
Walk you through our newest champion, Jinx, and finish off with the dev show match. First, let's talk about how Alpha Lab 2 fits into our overall development plan. Until now, the focus has been getting our core gameplay right by building and testing demos of the game at events like EVO and Combo Breaker. And your feedback here has really helped keep us on track. At this point, we're feeling pretty confident about the core game, and so we're entering a new stage of development and shifting our focus
I am
to
streaming
the
while
mountain of
recording this
surrounding work
video.
that it
Let
takes
me
to
go to
launch
my
a really
notepad,
great game.
guys.
This is stuff like back-end servers, improving matchmaking, localization, and UI.
It's a show stream
Alpha Lab
tonight, you
2 was
guys,
intended to
so
be a larger scale
don't
playtest
know
on the
if
road to
you,
launch,
hop on that
but
yet.
as we were putting it together, we find ourselves having to make some short-term trade-offs that could end up ultimately delaying the launch of the game. So we've decided to downsize that test in the spirit of getting the full game out to everyone as soon as we can. We're still planning a large-scale playtest closer to the actual launch, and as we dial in the details, we'll continue to put the game together and keep you in the loop. Since we know you're itching for news, for the entire rest of this video, we're just going to show you all the things we've been working on ever since Alpha Lab 1. You ready? Let's go.
All right, so I want to talk about the first of the 4 areas, gameplay and control simplicity. So we just received a lot of feedback that inputs felt confusing, inconsistent, and that there's actually some
a lot of
overlap
people were
and you're
complaining
trying to do
about
one thing, but you
the
got the wrong
inputs
outcome.
and
So what we did was
it's
we
so
took a look at
complicated,
the
something like
controls
that.
and the gameplay, and we
So
simplified
what they have
and
changed so
consolidated a
far?
lot of these things. I'm going to start with the first one, launchers and anti-airs. So if you remember before in Alpha Lab 1, down heavy was your anti-air, and down forward heavy was your launcher. This is pretty confusing. So what we did was we made it so that just down heavy is your launcher that has anti-air properties. So go ahead and jump in the clock. You're able to have a little invincibility there.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like
which
that.
is great. This is also your launcher.
That
So,
way people don't get like
there's
so
no more
confused.
launcher plus anti-air as separate things. And you notice that some characters that had one, or the other, they just remain
Jinx
with
is
one.
so
But
tall.
characters like Darius
Is she
and a
always
few
that
others,
tall?
we actually kept that move on their kit with a different input. So this button for Darius used to be his anti-air. This is now forward and heavy, so you can
Ain't
still
no
use
way
it for
Jinx
pressure
has
and
always
combo
been
routes
this
and things like that.
tall.
I also want to talk about sweeps and overheads. So before,
Because she's not that
the
tall in
input for overhead
Arcane,
used to be
right?
forward and medium, and we got a lot of feedback that people were like, "Hey, I'm running after people, and I'm trying to hit medium to start pressure or combo, but I'm actually getting my overhead, and it didn't feel very good." So there are now characters that have overheads. They're now on down, forward, and medium.
Oh
we're trying to
yeah.
consolidate that, as well as sweep is down, forward, heavy.
I
So
kind
anybody
of,
that has a sweep,
I
it's on
kind
down,
of didn't
forward.
like that.
And then the other thing I want to talk about was team
Because
button simplification.
I will
Forward plus
always
team,
dash
call your
in and I do
forces,
an
a
overhead.
special
If I
block
can remember
was
if I did
a little bit
that
of a
on
struggle,
the
because
Alpha Lab
sometimes you
1.
would get push block
I
and
always
you'd,
remember that.
lose a bar, and it just wasn't very intuitive.
Because there was no
with how you
tutorial,
pressure
right? So
folks.
you couldn't
So
really
now, you just press
know
team, that does your old forward assist.
like
Just like before,
how the
holding
game
back
works,
and hitting
right?
team,
And what was the input
that
command?
does
It's
your
like,
back assist.
so now it's like down
Then you
forward
might be
medium.
wondering, like,
That
well, hey,
makes
how do I do tag
more
launcher? So
a
you just
lot
press
better.
team for that. We want to make it consistent and easy to remember.
That way, I
Down
don't
and
really
heavy
have to
is
like
your
worried about
launcher
oh
with
if I
anti-air
keep
properties,
dashing,
then down and
and I'm
team
holding
is your
forward,
tag.
I'm pressing medium,
so
I'm
those
doing
are,
overhead.
pretty
So
consistent
it's a
now
good thing
and
they
easy to
did a
remember.
down forward medium.
In Alpha Lab 1, you used to be able to hold forward plus team or hold back plus team to get a
I
charge
remember that,
assist or
yeah.
a running assist. We removed that from the game except for in sidekick fuse, which is a new fuse I'll talk about in a bit. But the reason we removed it was it actually led to some pretty stale gameplay across all teams. Where you sit full screen, you hold forward or back plus team, you send your assist across.
And
you
not
see
gonna
what
lie, I
happens.
kind of missed
If it
that.
hit, you handshake tag and you do a big combo. If they blocked it, you handshake tag and you do pressure.
A lot of people say it's a problem.
If they
so
jump, you handshake tag and then you jump and air throw or launch or anti-air.
But it was cool though.
They were like, well, I'm just gonna hit the assist.
It was nasty mix up.
Point for hitting it. So on top
it was
of that,
so
too,
stale and
allowed
mixed
for
up.
A lot of
But
follow-ups
like,
that we really didn't intend for, and it just started to make kits a little bit more homogenized than we like. I'll give you an example, like Darius S2 knocks you really far away, you know, outside.
Oh,
of the corner.
I kind of missed that, bro.
You could just hold it and run across the screen and follow up. And so again, it made a lot of the situations and outcomes pretty similar. So
I get it. You don't want the game to be more homogenized.
Looking at the next section,
I get it.
Super input simplification.
There you go.
There we go. We got there. We heard a lot of feedback around down being a struggle on some peripherals in particular, but even on ones that folks were mixed about. So
I never really had a problem with that, but I guess a lot of people did. So I guess this is
hitting any
nice
normal
change
plus
for people.
special. So for Super 1, you hit, I can do S1 plus L, and that will go ahead and do the Super for Darius. But you notice I can do any normal with this S1 to get that Super. So I can do M plus S1. I can do S1 plus, H. They all give me that S1 Super.
Sean, what about S2 Super?
Oh yeah, S2 Super. Same thing. So you hit S2 plus any normal button. So S2 plus L gives me that S2 Super. S2 plus M, same thing.
Oh, I love the new camera work.
This is
I love the
important
new
for us
camera
because, one, it's a struggle, we know, to do like down.
I
down
love
with
that new
analog
camera work.
sticks.
It looks
but
nice.
Two, like you might have your button set up on your peripheral in a way where one normal might be better.
I mean, it's
positioned,
free to
hit
play,
with
so
that
it's
special,
like
than a different one. So we
it's
really
not
want you
gonna
to
like
have the best way to get these things out.
I guess people
so
see it as like 10 fighters. People are not gonna like it.
Also, want to talk a little bit
But
about.
I'm just glad it's free to play. So like,
S1 plus S2.
like imagine you
that does your
paying
ultimate now.
this game.
You may have noticed just here that
And
it costs 3 bars
it's
now.
only 10 fighters.
This
Yes,
is
I
pretty
can
important,
understand why
we really
people
wanted
would
to
hate
make
it.
them feel impactful and a little bit rare.
But
so
I'm
we
just
see
glad
them,
it's
they
free to
hit.
play. So
We've
I'm not
adjusted
too
the damage
worried about it.
accordingly as well. And also, we also adjusted meter gain. And then I want to talk a little bit about happy birthdays.
Oh man, I love happy birthdays.
I know
What they
some
do.
of you, myself included, may have been in Alpha Lab. You got this happy birthday. Clock's 9 over here. And, one of the characters falls out. And if it's their point character and they punish you while you're still doing the combo, you're like, why did I get punished for hitting both of their characters at once? What is happening here? So we reduced
my God,
global hit
I hate
pause
when
and
that
made some key
happens.
adjustments to counter hit pause as well in order to remove some of those cases where the happy birthday would just drop unexpectedly. And to a similar effect, assists no longer enter the battlefield if the point champions hit before the assist.
Yes.
Those reductions.
That's a
actually
nice
make
change to
combos a
happy
little bit
birthdays.
shorter
I
and made the
love
game
happy
feel quite a
birthdays.
bit
Bro.
faster.
Give
One
me
other
some
thing I wanna talk about here, too,
TODs
was
happy
parry.
birthdays, bro.
So we heard a lot of pain around parrying a physical attack and then accidentally getting another parry afterwards, causing you to not only whiff that parry, but lose that meter and then get punished by your opponent. You're like, hey, this is a sharp reversal of
Yeah,
fortune.
you
Can we
couldn't
not
really
do that?
punish
And
people
so,
with parry.
Yeah, so we took that out, of course. On physical hit,
So that's what it looks like.
I'll go ahead and
What
go
does it
ahead and
look
parry
like?
it.
Oh
Finally, we
my
increased,
God,
Input
yes.
consistency in various advanced situations like when you're double tapping and carry canceling. So folks that were using those techniques should find things a lot more consistent. We made some changes to fuses and other core gameplay systems, based on a lot of stuff that we heard. And I actually kind of wanted to talk a little bit about new fuses and Pulse. Starting a little bit with Pulse, folks had a lot of really great feedback around it. You may have seen, the message I shot out last month, talking about, hey, that fact that's not in fuse anymore, and more specifically, folks wanted to pair it with like other fuses in the game, especially when they're duoing and bringing their friend onto their team. They still wanted to use a fuse, but maybe have their friend use Pulse while they didn't use it. We actually have it as a toggle in Champ Select. Anybody can turn it on and off at that moment and try it out. So let us know what you think. So let's get into Champ Select. Luckily, it remembers the last selection. So I'll go Yasuo. I'll go Darius. So you notice here at the bottom, it says Pulse Combo. So any of us can hit this button. You see at the top, the old Pulse icon,
that looks that is so much
appears,
better.
and that means that you have Pulse enabled. And just as a reminder, Pulse, will let you mash light, medium, or heavy, and they'll go into like a short combo. And if you have the meter, it'll do a super. There's still
that
much
looks
better
so
combos
much better,
to do
bro.
out there. But it's a
The fact
really
that you
great
can
start
toggle
if
it
you wanna
off,
get in there and
thank
have a good
God,
time and start to
bro.
learn the flow of what these characters
Now it's
can
not
do.
part of like a
We also made a small change to
separate,
Pulse in which
like you have
we
to
still
choose
wanted
a
you to be able
fuse.
to chain like light
Alpha
attacks,
Level 1,
so
you have
you
to
can pull
choose a
back or down
fuse for
back
that.
and
mash
Now
light,
that you
and
can
you'll
toggle
just
it
get,
on and off,
chainable light
that's
attacks and not the whole
really good.
So I want to talk about 2 new fuses. The first one I want to talk about is Sidekick, which I'm going to have Tom and Clock pick and represent. And I'll go ahead and take Juggernaut. Fight as a single champion with enhanced powers. We're going to talk about those powers in a second.
That sounds pretty busted.
We'll first talk about Sidekick a little bit. A lot of y'all like asked us like, hey, I want to learn this game, but I kind of want to learn the support role. You know, I want to like help my friend, but maybe not like be the star of the show when I really haven't like taken the time to learn the game or learn a specific character and not have all that pressure on me. So we listened. And so, you know, we came up with this fuse called Sidekick, where the character that you start with on point, they never switch out. You know, however, your friend can come in and perform an assist, but they don't switch out ever there. You know, they can also do charge assist. So you remember before I was like, hey, those are gone from the game except for Sidekick. So Tom, if you like hold the team button, see the old charge assist is back.
Okay. So if you want to do what you did Alpha Lab 1, you have to choose
can actually get up to
Sidekick.
5 bars a meter. And so I have
I get
maxed
it.
out now.
I get it.
For Sidekick, your point character gets a little bit of a health boost along with a defensive boost.
Because it didn't really
once they're at 3%
matter
or
in
less
Alpha
health.
Lab 1. Because you can just
Sorry,
do
30%
whatever.
less health. Apologies. The cool thing is that
Now
this
that
can perform
it's
a
tied to
super,
Sidekick,
in tandem with their point character.
yeah.
And so
You're gonna have to
see if you
choose
guys
that.
can do that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do my S2 Super Tom, and then you can just mash your Time Wander Super.
We'll try.
There you go.
Wow.
Ooh. Could have been a little juicy there. If you notice, like Sidekick has Fury Break at the start. You know, we used to call the combo breaker system in our game dynamic save.
It's a mouthful.
It's a lot of words, all right? And so we now just call it break. When one of your champions dies, your remaining champion will get 50% of their break meter, and it will change to this new meter at the top you see called Fury Break. These 2 fuses, Sidekick and Solo, they actually start off with Fury because, of course, they don't have another champ. The really cool thing about Sidekick is that the assist character, the assist champion, the person using it, can actually like reduce the combo damage their point is receiving. We call it like combo softener internally, and it makes this really cool visual and sound effect. And you start to learn the timing of combos subconsciously when you're doing it, but you really feel like you can help out.
Wait, how do you do it?
So basically, you press any attack button the moment that the opponent's attack lands.
So we're gonna try it. We're gonna see you do this. The little blue glow is the softener. Ooh,
Yeah, a little too early, but yeah, you got it.
Terrible.
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
And so it's actually really fun to like learn the timing and help out in that way. Again, it's just another way for someone to play a support role as a sidekick. Then I want to talk about Juggernaut. So that's the fuse that I have on my side of the screen. This fuse was one where we talked to a lot of players that let us know like, hey, I really want to get into this game, but I really want to start by just learning a single champion. I don't even want to learn another champion to call assists or help out. Just want to focus really on one specific character and like learn him to the max. And when I'm comfortable, like start to branch out. As a result, we created this Juggernaut fuse, and you literally just have one champion. You start with them. You start with 2 meters, similar to Sidekick. There's a max of 5. You gain a health and a health boost, and you gain a defensive boost when you're at 30% or less health. You also don't have access to assists. You have access to Fury Break at the round start, similar to Sidekick.
Really?
This one's interesting in that you can cast self double down, meaning you can do super into super or super into ultimate. I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. So we'll do this, and I can do S2 super. I did a little early, but you kind of get the idea, right? You pop
Okay.
it, wait for the juice to happen, maybe
Hey,
run
Sean,
up.
I noticed like you're playing as just as Yasuo, but you picked 2 champs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay,
You wanna
I
tell a little
see.
about that, Clark?
Yeah, so you know,
That makes
Sidekick
sense.
and Juggernaut, they're unique in that during gameplay, the point and the assist cannot switch roles. However, during pre-round agency, so when it says ready
Sorry,
fight,
guys, I might
we
clean the
allow in
camera.
all the fuses for players to switch by holding the team button, then it could do a quick tag. That's also the same case for Juggernaut and Sidekick. So in the case of Sidekick, you know, I'm Sean's sidekick, but maybe the next round we want to switch it up a bit. We can switch at the beginning of the round, and then I am the new point character, and then Sean is my sidekick. Same for Juggernaut as well. If you can pick 2 characters. You don't even have to play the second character, but you can always switch between them from round to round.
Say like Tom and Clark are just rocking my Yasuo, and I lose that round, but you know I've done a little bit of look ahead. I know they're not good against Darius, so at the start of the next round, I'll just like hold that team button and switch to Darius. But again, that round
makes a lot of sense.
That makes
Darius.
Yep. Another mechanic that only Juggernaut gets access to, which is something we call eject. And so, because the team button has no assist to call, and there's no tag launcher or another champion to tag to, just hitting team causes this eject state, which forces their point character out and forces that assist character in, and now that's their new point. And so you can do things like this, and there's a little bit of guess, Clock's amazing. He got that block. Please don't gas him up too much. Like I won't be able to deal with that. But
my defense. What can I say?
He does a good defense. But again, Juggernaut was just something that we really wanted folks to just focus on that one character and get in there and get in the mix. And so you also notice again it starts with Fury right out the gate. And again, we'll talk.
So
about
Juggernaut, you're just playing solo.
Limit strike.
But you get 5 meters.
Again, this is along the lines of really just enabling y'all to have some really interesting decisions in all kinds of situations at various points of the fight. One of the ways our combos work is that if you do
I can see a lot of Yasuo
reaction,
players
like a
trying
ground
to solo
bounce or a
mix,
wall
man.
bounce or a tumble, you do one of those in the combo, you don't get another one. So if you try to do another one, it just ends the combo. But now, depending on what you end the combo with, you get a little bit of a bonus on top of it. So I'll give you an example. If you end a combo after you've already done a reaction with a ground bounce, you get extra damage. If you do another wall bounce, you get extra meter. So you see extra meter bonus pops up on the bottom left. And if you do like another tumble, if I was good enough, it does a hard knockdown.
Yeah, and from that hard knockdown, I can't roll forward or back, so I'm kind of stuck holding whatever mix-up they have.
Another thing I want to talk about was meter and damage decoupling. So we saw a lot of routes in Alpha Lab 1 that kind of resulted in, how do I get the hard knockdown? And hey, what is the most damage and meter I can get to get there? But in Alpha Lab 1, these things, meter and damage, weren't decoupled. So it meant a lot of the decisions around the routes that you would pursue just weren't very interesting. As a result, in this new version that you're going to play, meter and damage are now separated from one another. And attacks build up very specific amounts of meter, independent of the damage done. And this just allows you to choose hey, do I want to pick a specific route for damage or do this other route that might do less damage but maybe gives me more meter or even positioning as well.
Yeah, so this combined...
That combo is so nasty.
We really want to give players a lot of decision-making within their combos based on how they start, based on how they want to end, and their champions and how they can capitalize off of these different enders.
Exactly. And Clock talked a little bit about hard knockdown, limiting some options. And so I want to talk a little bit more about that. We actually gave you some options when you get knocked down, so that you're not just stuck there.
I might have to learn some Yasuo combos
all the time, over and over.
Look at
again.
the mix,
and
bro.
Literally just stuck in the forever vortex off of everything. So
50-50 vortex,
down,
man, all day.
Actually, let me use a different one.
You
I'll
can
just
sweep me.
Okay, I'll just sweep you. You have a bunch of options now, so you can hold forward and roll forward. And this, as you saw, this does go through you. And this can be a way to get you out the corner. You can also hold backwards and roll back. And then you still can use your get up attack as well.
Oh, sorry, I was holding that. There you go. Right.
And that's just holding S1 or S2.
Yeah, but that's predictable
that,
though. You can just
so you
block
can't
that.
just,
I hope it doesn't push you back.
Yeah, we were seeing
if you're blocking
a lot
wake
of,
up
folks just
attack?
really reduce all the decisions on wake up just by getting some ice on Brahm's shield and doing an armored swing, and even beating get up attack was pretty rough. I want to talk a little bit about assist speed as well. And so some of the assists in our game were just flying in way too quick. They just instantly appear, Darius Shoulder, Echo Chrono Strike, Ari Spirit Rush. It was right away. There was no reaction time whatsoever. And so we slowed it down a little bit. So the assist that comes in, it went from 10 frames to 15 frames, and just allowed for a little bit more interaction as well. So I was even
that
able to,
shit was 10 frames in Alpha Lab 1?
Yeah,
that's
so we'll talk about
crazy.
the feedback surrounding player agency. We heard that most players didn't mind making mistakes, but did mind when they frequently found themselves in zero agency states for long periods of time. So we've been working on some changes designed to increase the fun uptime and reduce the amount of time you spend trapped in the corner, getting comboed, et cetera, et cetera. So first up, let's talk about dynamic save. We're now calling dynamic save break. And
Thank you.
yeah, the hitbox now gets bigger over time, and then blocking break is easier to combo from. So yeah.
So what does it look like?
You also get 50% break meter after a champion dies. Why? Well, we saw and heard that how hard it was to make a comeback. So even when folks were evenly skilled, it was hard to make a comeback. As a result, we removed Fury as a fuse and now have a new system called Fury Break. It shows up in some of the new fuses. So when a champion dies, you gain 50% break meter and becomes Fury Break, which gives you a 25% damage boost and a 25% damage reduction. You can activate this the same way as you activate Break by pressing, S1 or S2 plus a team button. Of course, if you're playing duos, then
Dang, they are cramming everything.
There are several types of Fury Break activation. So Sean's doing it offensively. So you do it in the middle of a combo.
They're just cramming up every mechanic in this game.
It allows for follow-up, so you can end your combo with it to increase your damage, or do it at the beginning of a combo to increase your damage. The bonuses that you get, so like the damage reduction and the damage boost, it allows for 10 seconds when you do it offensively. Similarly, if you do it defensively, you get those same bonuses. So you can Fury Break here. Yeah. So similarly, Sean has Fury Break activated right now, also lasts 10 seconds. The big difference is that if he does it in neutral, so if he doesn't do it offensively or defensively, just does it in neutral, the bonus actually lasts for 20 seconds. So,
really?
20 seconds. So, but that means you can't use it in a combo, and that also means you can't use it to save yourself. So
Yeah.
20 seconds?
One of the great things about Fury Break is
So if you get hit and you activate, it's 10 seconds. If you activate neutral, you're not blocking, you're doing whatever. It's 20 seconds.
I'll go ahead and show you. I have it on. You can dash cancel any special or normal, as long as you have it left on hit or block, which is really powerful.
Yasu players are gonna be using this, bro.
I'll show you like some fun stuff. Let's see. If
I can see some solo like Yasu players mix, bro.
Oh my.
So
I would have blocked the second part.
There's a lot of would'ves. No, you would have blocked it. So it's kind of the idea of like, hey, you're in this Fury state. It's still similar. We call it Fury Break. It's still similar. Like it works like a combo breaker. You can still like get them off of you and have a little bit of time. But hey, if you want to use this thing offensively, if you want to like pressure, like if you just block, like.
Look, can you do like X Factor?
They're stuck there for a second.
Okay.
So, like, they
so
have
you
to
can.
guess now.
Okay.
And then. And so there's a lot of pressure that can be had. What it is when it comes down to Fury and Fury Break, I know again we showed like Juggernaut and Sidekick, and they start with it on because they only have those single champions up front. But any other fuse like Double Down, 2x assist, Freestyle, once your first champion dies, just remember you get that 50% Fury Break meter, and Fury Break is on. It's ready to go. Like once you decide to use it.
Cool. So let's talk about push block. We got a lot of feedback in Alpha Lab 1 that push block was just not available enough. It cost 1 bar, so the cost was pretty steep. And also, if you didn't have any meter, then you were just stuck and you couldn't push block at all. So now it no longer costs a bar of super meter. Now it's performed by pressing the team button while you're blocking. And if you are the assist, then the assist is the one responsible for the push block. Internally we call this push assist. So this shares a cooldown with your assist, and also allows you to handshake tag after a successful push assist. Yeah. So it's much more available
so
now.
it costs us cooldown.
You have to make a choice between calling your assist and offensive
There's
pressure.
it doesn't cost meter. It just costs a
cooldown. With a
cooldown.
duo, your duo is responsible for protecting you from pressure. So yeah, Tom, you got to help me out here when it comes to getting Sean off of me.
Well, let's see.
Hey.
Yeah, and then I can kind of keep the party going.
So air tech, we saw a lot of combos which were not, real combos during Alpha Lab 1, since folks were not air teching, and holding a normal attack button while getting comboed was just really unintuitive. So we decided to make it occur automatically.
Clock, like this seems cool, but like say I do a combo and you air tech back, right?
Yeah.
Can't I just like juggle you there like for a long time?
So what we've done to combat that is you can opt out of the automatic air tech by holding down.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so we want to prevent any sort of like checkmate situations and give you another option to protect.
Really?
But of course, if I'm holding down and Sean knows I'm holding down, he could just like launch me again or something. He can just keep hitting me. Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah. So not a real combo, but that's the sort of trade-off between air teching and not air teching.
We do take those.
I guess it makes sense because I know people don't want to get
OTG
like
changes.
combo and
We
shit.
heard a lot of feedback.
OTG.
It was pretty boring to end like a combo with an OTG, which in Alpha Lab 1 it forced the back roll, and then it really put you at your opponent's mercy to their wake up games, right? So now when you do
they nerf OTGs?
We give you the same suite of get up actions as we do for other knockdowns. Yeah, I can roll back.
Okay, OTG is still pretty strong. I like it. I'd rather have OTGs strong. Like
another one that we focused on was.
I like to mix
length.
people up, man.
Combos were too long or felt too long. We made a lot of adjustments.
Combos felt too long.
Shortening them and the feel in general. So for one, you can no longer call assists after a tag launcher. You can also no longer tag after performing a double down super or supers.
It's kind of funny because once the game comes out, there's gonna be a Twitter full of people saying
multiple double downs.
combos is shorter, right? And then it shows like a clip of Yasuo, like a 30-second clip, and then people are like, "Nah, that's pretty cap." The combo is pretty long.
It also makes the game feel a little bit faster as well. I also want to talk a little bit about red health regeneration. There were a lot of games where like a champion would get damaged with a lot of remaining red health, and then once that red goes away, you see that gray there, and that gray is what actually heals up. People would just literally run away for a really long time, and a big factor in this was not just how easy it was to run away, but mainly just how long it took for that health to regenerate. We made a regenerate at a speed which just allows players to get back into the action faster and make a decision where it's like, hey,
it's a lot faster now.
Soon. Like, let me get back out there. And then I want to talk a little bit about dead assists. Dead assists? What are you talking about? Well, a big change we made is really allowing you to use your assists after they've been KO'd. You see Echo off screen only has 2 bars. So even though Echo's KO'd, Tom can still do assists, can do super assists. So he's still very much in the action. And we've actually just found that a lot more fun. And when you combine that with him being able to like push block with the team button, there's a lot to do, even if you accidentally get KO'd early. Are you going to go ahead and use this super assist? You're going to use it now and clutch out the round? You're going to waste it, and then your teammate's going to be like, oh my God, you should have saved it for the next round. Now that's your decision. That's you, and then that fight is yours to fight with your teammate as well. We still want there to be some counterplay, so like I said before, Tom, if you call your assist out, and you'll notice like that's a 7-second cooldown, and it's a long time, and so you can get your window back to try to turn the tides there.
Finally, we felt like super jumps were too predictable and also received similar feedback in that vein. So as a result, we allow you to hold forward, back, or down to drift in these directions for a super jump, allowing you to keep your opponent guessing and have a bit more freedom in how you navigate a number of situations. So this is my regular super jump right here, right? I can get that same distance and like hold it back. You can also hold down when you super jump to sort of affect the angle that much more. So we just wanted to give you a little bit more agency over your jump arc with super jumps. Yeah, we had a lot of work that we wanted to do in order to improve clarity and excitement, whether you're playing or spectating. This also lined up with a ton of feedback that you all provided us around experiences with both. One note we heard was sometimes in a match, champions were too close together and it was pretty hard to tell what was happening. So as a result, we increased the collision pill size so that now they are more visually separated during combat. Assist cooldown. So we heard from you all that the location for the assist cooldown timer was too far from the action. So we centralized this around the match timer. That way, it's easier to see in the middle than it is on the sides of the screen where it was before. Another thing that we heard were wall bounces were really fast and hard to follow up on. So we changed the animation for it and slowed it down a bit to make for easier combos. So here, I'm gonna jump up so you can combo me. Yeah, and so, Jinx right here is falling, much slower than she would have in Alpha Lab 1, so it just makes it a lot easier to follow up on. So handshake tag, we received a lot of feedback that handshake tag, while your assist was getting hit, was not only confusing, but frustrating as well, so we just took that functionality out. So, Tom, maybe, Tom, you come, and then I'm gonna try to handshake tag and I can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so get hit one more time.
Good.
Yeah, that always felt.
Yeah. So I'm trying to handshake tag and I can't. So bad block indicators. So we heard that sometimes it's really hard to understand how you got opened up, especially in hectic heat of the moment battles. So we decided to add an indicator for incorrect blocking. So for example, I'm going to be blocking low here, and Sean's going to hit me high.
Let me just stand. Let me hit you with a normal low, just so you can see the difference.
Got it.
So just stand there.
Yeah. So that's me getting hit normally, and then this is me, blocking high.
See the yellow shards coming off.
Yeah. And same thing with overheads. And you can see here that we actually the colors are a bit more striking, whether it's high or low, so that you can tell the difference between getting hit high or low. So you'll know exactly why you got hit, and you'll be able to defend against those situations in the future. So celebrating outplays. Finally, when you do something amazing, we want to make sure
outplay
that everyone
moments
in and out of the game knows it, and the height matches and skill required to reach this moment. So now a successful physical parry. We put some presentation on it. So we've slowed it down. Yeah, first try. Very, very rare moment. So we put.
I mean, the game definitely did need a rare moment, so I guess the parry solves it.
Make sure that the effects weren't covering up the champs as well. So clarity and presentation. Similarly, we've added new presentation on the moment when you punish a.
Like I kind of like the updated presentation. It's not like super flashy like Tekken 8, where it's like you can see all these like heat engager, like all this flashy shit happening on the screen.
Additional hit.
This is more clarity. You can like see very clearly. So I think that's good.
Yeah, it's also pretty cool since you have a little bit more time to hit confirm and see what you want to do. So I'll show you. Go to block. So Paul Darius do something special there. There we go. Yeah, we got there.
Yeah, so it's presentation, clarity, but also gives you a bit more time to confirm.
As you guys have seen, like Jinx is our newest champion. We are super excited. She is our
Jinx is so
tall.
tall.
It's really important that we have a broad variety of archetypes, and this is our first like true like sort of keep you out and frustrate your character. She's like a genius inventor. She's created all these gadgets, and she uses them to fight and keep you at bay and frustrate you. She's all about disruption, chaos, explosions, and just has a lot of fun doing it. And her game plan is basically to kind of fill the screen with garbage and stay one step ahead of you, frustrate you, confuse you, and just take you down that way.
God, I love her taunts. They're
All
so
right.
good. I'll start with her normals. She's got a little light medium.
So they're showcasing Jinx. They're showcasing Jinx.
Her down forward light's a little slide. Get some distance, and then she's got like a run.
My guy, she has a sliding.
Which is, the low, and you can combo off of it, which is really cool. So she can go in. She's not just keep you out forever. Like you might want to pick your spots to go in. She's also got down forward heavy, which is an overhead, and she can.
Oh, that's kind of sick
and
though.
Do some stuff there. But yeah, she's got like a couple things here, and one thing I want to call out too is her M's all use her zapper, and that will actually come into play with how it interacts with her kit, which I'll go over in a second. I want to talk about her specials. So she's bringing out.
Okay, good thing that's not full screen.
The cool thing is, as you saw, mine only did 6 hits, but Clock's did 12. It's because you can hold it. So you just want to hold it and grind it out. You can. Which is really fun.
Yeah, it's a good thing
also,
they didn't give her like a
to
full
extend
screen
it.
minigun, because she would be like a good
hold
zoner.
Hold it. You can get 20 hits out of this thing, which is
Kind of like Lewis Goldberg from Strive, whatever
we'll talk about, like,
the freaking pronounce his name.
That's a really cool point.
Goldberg,
as well.
whatever.
One of
Just
Jinx's
say.
unique abilities is that she can.
He's like that one guy in Strive with the
S1s into
minigun
her
and shit.
S2. And so her S2 is missile, and she can cancel this on hit or block into missile. You can lift them up and then cancel into a missile and things like that.
That's cool.
So, she does have a lot of opportunities to use.
Yeah, guys, I haven't seen this yet because I've just been streaming consistently.
Talking a little bit, she has a back.
It's my first time seeing this.
Which is a nice little like anti-air spread. Which
Oh,
again,
it's into here.
you can combo
Okay.
this into missile. Like
So
when they
it's
jump
like
in
don't jump.
and try to follow up.
Oh,
which is really
that's
cool.
sick.
She's got an air S1, so she's grinding it out midair, which is really cool as well. And you can again combo that into missile. So I'll go ahead and just show you real quick. You can cancel it right away. So that is unique to her.
You can't combo. You
Let's
can't
talk
extend
about
it.
her
Huh?
S2 specials. So that's her rocket.
Oh, that's
She's
full
shooting
screen.
Out of her awesome weapon, Fishbones. You can shoot one on the ground. You can shoot it in the air. You can also hold it, which takes a second to come out, but then it flies out really fast. She can also shoot it down while she's in the air. And this hits you. It also
Oh, that's
hits
pretty
OTGs, so
sick
you can do some
though.
cool
Can you
fun
imagine
stuff
that in
with
the corner?
She's also got down S2.
Or like,
which is
can you
a
imagine
rocket
that with like
she
assist
can
call?
hit down forward, or down back. So it's a really unique movement option that she can act out of.
Bruh.
And it also hits OTG, so you can find some fun stuff with that.
OTG?
She has a back S2, so you might notice this.
Nah, bro. Jinx having OTG like that, bro.
When it's full,
you know
hit
this
back
character's
S2,
good.
She shoots a zapper projectile, and this thing lights you up, electrifies you, and you get a free follow-up. I know you're trying to go for that zapper combo. Yeah. Look, we definitely got that on tape, all right? Also, I want to talk a lot about like her traps and how her kind of kit like revolves around and interacts with them. So the first thing is she's got chompers. You do this with forward S1, and you tap it, and it has this little patrol of like front, back, and then after a bit of time, it explodes. Again, for counterplay, if you hit her or she blocks, like it goes away. You can also just knock that thing away with projectiles or attacks, and it'll disappear. Then she can also hold forward S1 and throw the chomper, and that's actually really cool. You notice the eyes are completely off when she's throwing it. It's not active. So go ahead and throw it at me, Clock. So even though it hit me, it's still on the ground active. But then once it's active, if it touches you, it's gonna lock on. It's gonna explode after a little bit of time. So the name of the game is like, do you put it out?
So she's a freaking.
In really cool ways to get
she has
OTG,
right? She has setups.
You know, like
she's a zoner.
Like or you look at this S1.
What more can you give her, right?
Of ways you can interact with chompers.
She's got good stuff.
Like that's actually ridiculous.
She's got good stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. And so
we can already tell once he comes out. She definitely has a lot of good shit.
Chompers, you know, when you do team that calls chompers, and you notice it attaches.
That assist though, is that plus?
They have to, like, you can parry the explosion,
no
but
way.
It's something they really have to pay attention to. And then of course her back assist is her S2. Was that a parry attempt that I saw there?
Maybe.
That's yeah. Okay, let's see. We're gonna give you a chance. Okay, we got there. That's like one of her little traps. Another one is monkey. So you do this with down S1, and she puts this monkey out, and it'll go across the screen. And once it reaches the champion, it explodes, the enemy champion. However, you can hit the down S1 again, and she can raise or lower the height, which is really fun. And as Tom mentioned before, hey, hitting the chompers with, like, you know, her specials and normals, you can do the same thing with monkey as well. You can smack it. They kind of bounce into each other. And then, like, you could do stuff like this. Here, I'll go ahead and reset it.
Jinx is so tall. What the heck?
So just don't move. So don't move at all. So you can do stuff like this. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can try it. Just a second.
Ooh,
that's ridiculous.
So there's a lot of really clever things you can do with it. Like, and it really depends on your timing and how you.
Yo, I gotta learn this character.
Another cool thing that you can do with the monkey is that
this character looks fun though.
Actually, charge it with your zapper.
I'm not a League fan, but Jinx looks mad fun.
You know, under with the bar at the bottom of the screen, but also your M button. So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. So if you hit it,
I still need to buy a holy
like,
pad,
it's
so I'll
charged,
probably
it goes
do that.
faster, and then it's gonna like quickly.
But it's
electrify
not
and
cheap.
get
It's like a bit
combo
expensive.
afterwards, which is really fun. And same if you do this with the zapper. And maybe that hits,
sick.
maybe it doesn't. You know, we'll see if you can time it better than I can. But again, this one's a little interesting. That's really durable. Projectiles. So if you just you hit it with a normal attack, it'll kill it. But try to shoot rockets at it. Yeah, so the projectiles just push it back really, and so that's one of the strengths compared to chompers, which just gets destroyed by everything. And so I want to talk a little bit about her supers. So her S1 super, which you remember, it's S1 plus any normal. So we're gonna do S1 and L.
Choo bang pew pew boom boom. What is that?
A bunch of fireworks occur. So a really cool thing you can do is you can just like run up and do like light, medium, heavy, hold S1, up S1, and then do her S1 super and get that rocket going.
Oh!
And this is a really fun super because if you can get them in the sweet spot of the explosions, it does a ton of damage.
It has a sweet spot?
You know, it's good to catch jumpers. And another thing I want to talk about a little bit as well is her S2 super. So this one is she takes that zapper and charges it.
Oh, that's full scream, baby.
It doesn't do as much damage as the fireworks in the sweet spot, but it's great for killing assists. You know, and hitting like multiple people at once. Also, once you activate it, after the activation, you can hold up and angle it upwards. So you can do it, and if someone tries to jump, you can react during that freeze. You can also shoot it straight in the air or straight down as clock shows.
Bro, she's got supers
We'll see
from
if we can,
air
see if we
and to
can-
ground.
It's so easy.
You can
just
point
really
it
bad at
up.
this game. Jesus.
Bro,
There
she's
we go.
got
I was doing
everything.
the wrong one. I was doing S1.
She's got
So yeah,
everything.
you can shoot that down. You can shoot it straight. See, he tried to parry. Oh, let's see if we can parry this thing. Hold on, let's see if we can parry this. Let's see. Oh, you do hate to see.
Oh,
this
okay,
play.
at least you can
do hate to
parry
see
it.
this play. We like the attempt. If y'all can parry that, send me a clip. Send us all a clip. We want to see it. And you better not whiff at the end either. It has to be like a parry and a punish. That aside, though, there's a lot of, as you can see, there's a lot of utility with the beam. You have S1 plus S2, which is her ult. This is one of my favorites. It's really sick. So she hits this button, lets it rip, and this thing comes down and explodes and does a lot of damage. The really
That
cool
did,
thing
like,
is it kinda tracks the
50%
opponent's location a little
raw
bit, and
damage.
That
No
super mega
scaling.
death rocket will land like right in front of them, but also its height doesn't change. So if like they're in the air, it will hit them in the air as it's falling, which is really cool. Let's see if we can maybe manufacture that.
Oh, okay, I see.
Hit that button. Man. Yeah, so you see it brought clock down.
Oh, so it
which
doesn't
is
even
really
matter if
cool
you're
as well.
jumping or doing whatever.
And
It's
yeah,
still
I
gonna
showed
catch
you. A
you.
little bit of the assist. I do want to show you the super assist, which is pretty cool. So she shoots a big
What
spread.
the heck?
And you know, some of our super assists, they do look like existing supers in the game. But you know, sometimes we want it to be a little bit different. And you know, we're definitely experimenting with a lot of different shapes here. Because it's a pretty fun moment when you come back and the assist helps and gets through it. And so I'll go ahead and reset. We'll go ahead and set the health so I can show you a little bit about like a couple combos, maybe just to kind of like get the juices flowing. I'll go ahead and start with a really fun one that uses a couple of her traps. So you can throw the chompers out, throw this out, zap, wait for it to explode, throw it out, hit the beam. Let's see if I timed it right. Oh, I messed it up. I did double down. I was mashing.
It takes a bit more precision.
It does take a little bit more precision. I do have to double down. We'll give it one more try and we'll see if we can do it. Let's see if we can try it. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll do this. That. Wait for the chompers to explode. Throw it. Beam. Is that gonna hit?
Oh, you got it.
Oh, I didn't do it.
Too soon?
I did it too early, but you get the idea.
Show some basic stuff?
Yeah.
What are some bread and butters?
Yeah, absolutely. So one cool thing you can do is like I said before, down forward heavy is her overhead, and you can do something like that.
She has
where you can,
OTGs,
do
bro.
a rocket jump.
This character's
immediately, like
insane.
cancel that into her air S1, and then go right into the laser.
Yeah,
Bro,
one
that
of the
did
bread and butters I use is
40%.
just sort of like a mid-screen combo that I showed.
You
earlier,
can
which
literally
is
die in 2 hits.
Oh, wrong super.
Is that gonna hit?
I don't. Yeah, I don't think so. But you can do it with yours after it's charged.
Oh yeah. Let me go. Yeah. So it's just like light, medium, heavy, full hold, cancel on a rocket, zap.
Into zap,
If I was a little quicker, should we get the full? Oh, we got the full. We get the full. Let's see you do it.
I'm gonna aim it up.
There you go. That's nice.
That's
I'll go ahead and,
crazy.
yeah, like the one I think is the most fun is really just like light, medium, heavy. Hold this, lift it up, and then do.
We're
the
like,
fireworks. The cool
I
thing
think
is
we're
you can
almost
start
done.
setting
Yeah,
up.
we're
So I'm
almost
putting
done.
Mundi out,
The
I'm
show
throwing
match.
chompers,
Okay.
And there's like already stuff coming at him on the screen. Yo, how dare you hit
We're
that
at
thing
42
down?
minutes, you guys.
That's disrespectful.
Not my beat.
Let me go ahead and I want to show you like two more really fun combos again, just to kind of get the juices flowing. These are pretty hard. They took me some time to practice. I didn't make these up. Shout out to the team that made them up. So one of the things I wanted to show off was this unique normal she has, back heavy.
What
And
is
This
that?
is cool because it puts her airborne. So you can shoot a missile right after it.
Oh
you can do
my
a lot of
God.
really cool stuff after it. So I want to kind of show you one thing that's
In the
cool. Let's see if
corner?
we can get it here.
Oh, dude, look at that damage.
There we go.
Look at that
How
damage.
you use her normals
What
in
the
conjunction with
heck?
all of her traps is
That did
is just
70%.
really like makes her fun, to a lot of us, and we're excited to see you all like dig into it. I'll leave you off with just one more. This one's like pretty hard for me, and so I'm gonna need a lot of tries. I need some cheering from y'all to see if we can get this.
I believe in you, Sean.
This one I'm gonna thank you. I'm gonna try to use Darius assist and use some traps here. So we'll see how it goes. All right, that didn't get there.
Oh my god.
My goodness.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. So, I'm glad.
Yo,
I got that.
that's pretty cool though.
A little bit. You know, shots to the team. Loving how Jinx looks. There's just so many crazy interactions that y'all can come up with here, and we can't wait to see you just like really break it open.
So, should we like play some matches?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Some matches.
Yeah, I was figuring we could actually do this in the new ranked lobby that we're cooking up. Everything we've run through today
Yo,
and
that is
more
sick.
will be available. Yeah, let's do it.
Some matches.
Yeah, I was figuring we could.
Or let me go back.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go back here, guys. Let me grab a shirt to wear, you guys, and I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, hold on. Give me a minute. Alright. Let's see. Alright guys, so a new shirt to wear. But I am going to see if there's any food for me to eat. First, I'll be right back. Alright guys, so give me a minute. Alright, never mind, guys. Couldn't find anything to eat. Alright, I'm back. Alright, let's get started. They're gonna showcase Jinx gameplay, so like a full match actually. So let's get started and resume. Alright, boom.
Alright, so I'm glad I got that. I'm sweating a little bit. You know, shots to the team. Loving how Jinx looks. There's just so many crazy interactions that you all can come up with here, and we can't wait to see you just like really break it open.
So should we like play some matches?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm getting cold here. Let me grab a blanket. I am cold. Okay. Alright, I am cold, guys. Okay, let's resume, right? Let's go.
Let's do it.
Some matches.
Yeah, I was figuring we could
Ooh, some
actually do
outfits.
this in the new ranked lobby that we're cooking up. Everything we've run through today and more will be available in Alpha Lab 2. That playtest is going to run from April 18th to 20th in the United States, Canada, and Brazil. We really want to know how these changes are landing for you compared to Alpha Lab 1, so be sure to tell us what you think if you're invited. As we continue to put together this game and understand our path to launch, we'll be sure to keep you in the loop. So stay tuned for updates when we're ready.
Okay.
Can't say exactly when that will be, but I promise we're going to keep you guys well informed as we understand more. For now, let's go to those show matches, huh?
Let's go.
All right, thanks.
Yo, we get to see some Jinx gameplay. Alright.
I wander, but you are lost.
Okay. Alright, alright. Yo. Okay. Oh, Nerd Josh. Okay. They got pros and content creators. Okay. Nerd Josh. Okay. Yeah, Hoshi, I don't know who he is. I only know Marlon Kai, Nerd Josh, and Apology Man. Yo, Nerd Josh? She has an air grab? Alright, Apology Man. Okay. And Apology Man took the first round. Okay. Okay. Yo, what are these combos, bro? I gotta learn this. Ooh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter where the person is hard knocked out at. That super will always connect. She has an air grab, which is really good for a character. Well, I love that KO text.
Time to throw down.
We call the week. Starting now.
Ooh, summer outfits.
Too many guns? More like not enough arms.
Yo, the summer outfit's kind of sick though. Okay, some Darius combos. Yep, chip damage is still there, thank God. I would find something to eat, guys. There's nothing to eat in my house, sadly. I mean, there's noodles, but I have to like boil it. I don't want to do it. I'll probably eat after this, or after my parents are asleep. Okay. My God. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, the OTG.
All hubris is felt with the weight of an axe. Darius wins!
Shooting them won't solve my problems, but it'll still be fun.
Ready! Let's go!
You don't have diaphone playing? What is that cool ass skin? Yo, Echo's skin look kind of cool though. Oh, it's a good thing his little mix-up tech is still there. If they nerfed that shit, oh, he would have been like not the best character when the game comes out. It's a good thing there's chip damage. That game does need chip damage. not trying to have it where Dragon Ball Fighter was like there's no chip damage if you're blocking 100% all the time. Of course, he always still does mad fucking damage. Ooh, the mix! You know we all get hit by that. Come on now. Ooh! Yo, Jinx is sick, dog. I like that new KO thing. The new KO screen. Will it be combo trials? Like, I'm kind of curious. So I can know how her B&B works. Yeah, we'll sign up for the Alpha Lab too after this, guys. Don't worry. Great. That was nice. That was great, you guys. Round of applause one more time, guys. 2x KO. March 2025 dev video. You know, yeah. Really cool, really cool. Really cool, you guys. Really freaking cool. So we're gonna skip all over here. Yes, cancel. But yeah, it's yeah, this is really nice. I'm glad they showcased us this. I'm gonna go ahead and jump straight into the Alpha Lab right here. So it says, thanks for all your Alpha Lab feedback. Here's how we address it. And then here it says these changes go live in Alpha Lab 2 to Xkill's next playtest running April 18th to 20th, 2025, which is starting tomorrow. Head to the website here for more info, and then that's the time thingy. So we're gonna go ahead and jump straight to here. Click on this one. And so, yeah, so United States and stuff like that. These are the FAQs, stuff like that. We're gonna go ahead and jump straight into Alpha Lab here, and then we are going to register. And then I do have a Riot account, so I'm gonna sign in. But let me hide my stream screen. So let me log in, and then I'll be right back with you guys on it. All right. Alright, you guys, successfully registered. So let me show it. So right here, you guys, it says Alpha Lab 2, you are registered. So it says thanks for registering at Alpha Lab 2. You'll receive a confirmation email shortly. If you're selected to participate, we'll email you instructions on how to access the game. So yeah, so I don't know. I may be lucky. I'm just saying I may be lucky or not by before tomorrow or tomorrow, but we'll see. I'll check my Gmail of me registering in here, but yeah, there you guys. Yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a reaction video of me reacting to the Alpha Lab 2 developer update that they did for us, and they were showcasing it, and it was uploaded in March this year. And now that I watch it now, and I'm liking Jinx a lot. And yeah, without you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to all my 38 subscribers. You guys are amazing. God bless you guys all. Love you guys to heart. For all of you amazing more support on me from last year to this now. And tell you guys, this is your man culture. Did you ever be sent by here? FateHimEtsuMilySuzume, sign up. Peace. Love you guys. If you guys did already sign up for Alpha Lab 2 like 3 or 2 weeks ago, let me know down in the comment section down below. But until then, guys, I'll catch you guys next time on the next video. Alright, peace. Love you guys. I'm still gonna be streaming. I just got to end the recording. So peace. Love you guys. And thank you guys so much for watching. Alright, John in. Alright. I am going to yeah, it's gonna be a chill stream, you guys. So I'm gonna look at my, let me hide my screen here. I'm gonna go my Gmail. Yeah, so oh god. Yeah, good. Yeah. But yeah, not much to say. But yeah. Alright. Okay.
Call like a major reaction, like a
I
ground
already
bounce
got
or
like
a wall
already?
bounce or a
Yeah, I
tumble.
did, okay.
You do one of those in a combo.
I double check. Okay.
Problem, right?
Interesting. Yeah, I guess the concept of a professional gamer wasn't really ironed out at that time, because to me, you have always been a pro gamer, right? I'm an 09er, but more like a 2010er, right? By the time I started to digest and understand what the
Getting there, because the flow chart of playing only Shooter 5 was you show up to your pools. 10, let's say you got 10 AM pools.
Shin, あなたは一度も私の次女頭は
Fortnite X Undertaker.
What's up guys, welcome back. Please buckle up. This is going to be a crazy video. Draft painting. Now, his claim here is that the leg armor in the draft painting is strangely formed, is asymmetrical to the other leg armor, and were you expecting compensation for this one? Sorry for miscommunication, I had some volunteers come up. So in this case, Fen says no, he was not expecting. To Fen, I just want to say, I'm sorry that you found yourself in this whole situation. It sounds like a horrible place to be in. I hope you've learned from this. And I hope you value your own services a little bit more going forward, alright? Demand compensation for your time. You gotta know your worth. And to Ross, I certainly credit a lot of my success to him because he was one of the few people that really...
What the heck? That's funny. Oh, we gotta see this.
I just recently watched an interview where Colin and Samir interviewed the CEO of Patreon.
You have said that we might be witnessing the death of the follower.
The last 3 to 4 years on the internet have been very different than the previous years on the internet. I would follow somebody, and then every time they published something in the future, I would see it until TikTok came around. We think we can build you a feed that you're gonna like more and you're gonna spend more time on than if you chose who to follow. Now, people don't really spend time in follow-based feeds anymore, and the net impact of all of that.
You got a guaranteed banger. And who could blame them? It was working. But this is where the inevitable problem came into play. Why would I try something else if I knew exactly what was working? To put this into perspective, if I know in my mind that I want to make a video about a topic that's not viral, it's probably not going to get shown on the platform. Put some action behind those hopes.
Okay. Yeah, the quality.
Okay, quick recap.
Unbeatable.
Gamer music is illegal and you do crimes. You do crimes by performing the dead simple action of hitting 2 buttons and signed to the music, which makes this girl, who is you, do any number of things, like, for example, punching this guy right in the jaw. In between doing that, you go around and talk to people and look at things and get talked at by people.
What the heck?
Quiet moment yourself so you can think and write new songs and do graffiti and play baseball the wrong way and deal with cops the right way and everything's anime, we're pretty much caught up. So you might be wondering what the hell we could possibly have left to show. Welcome to Unbeatable Arcade. Its own complete game experience with challenges and modifiers and
alternate game modes, secrets of its own. But all that's just icing on the thing you're here for. Our 100% original soundtrack. Want to hear some of it?
Okay, soundtrack gonna be nice though. That told me this game is out already. Demo out now? Wow. No way.
With Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save even more.
Yeah, just try that breakfast burrito.
There isn't too much hot sauce, is there?
There's no way. Monopoly? What the heck? If it's like this, like as an actual game, I would totally buy it. May 1st.
My name is Ashley Puyol. I am the founder of a small company named Unwrap.
Even before the cameras currently have.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like getting Bateman when you need Batman.
Stop. Whoa. Have 2 children. Their elder son, Franklin, was introduced in Godfather.
If you hate constantly being swarmed by ads, you need to download Pi. Pi is a free extension that blocks ads on your...
Happy Thursday, everybody. Max here, and on today's Fix of Gaming News, Nintendo answers some of our burning questions about Mario Kart World while creating some new burning questions about Tears of the Kingdom's cloud saves on Switch 2. Meanwhile, Marvel Rivals will let you change the color of your character's costume if you return. Kind of an interesting little wrinkle there. As for new items, there's now a golden coin shell, which behaves like a normal Koopa shell, but it leaves a trail of coins behind it, which can be collected by the player who launched it, as well as everyone else in the race. There are also now hammers, which will stick into the track for a time, creating obstacles for other racers. Another new one is Kamek, the Koopa wizard, who can be spawned to turn opponents into all sorts of weird stuff, which sounds incredibly chaotic, and I'm, quite frankly, very interested in how that pans out. One new addition is the collectible Dash Foods, which, when collected, unlock new outfits to be used elsewhere in the game.
What the heck?
Grand Prix and time trial modes are returning, but one new addition shown off was Knockout Tour, which featured extended races spread across the new open world map, and anybody who can't keep up with the rest of the pack is knocked out. Versus Race, Balloon Battle, and Coin Runners modes also return. The trick system has been tricked out a bit too, and charge jumps can now be done straight from the track, letting players get some air to get over obstacles, or it might come in handy for the new wall riding sections. It seems like in addition to the broader map, Mario Kart World is going to have a good amount of verticality for players to explore as well. If you're worried about screwing up a trick, there's now a rewind feature, which will allow players to do over certain sections by putting the clock back a little bit. Presumably that'll have limitations that'll keep it from making things too easy, but Forza Horizon has a similar feature and it's totally fine over there, so I'm sure it'll figure itself out. If you want more details on what's being added to Mario Kart World, you can find a full write-up over on IGN.com, or if you haven't already, check out the full Nintendo Direct in its entirety, which is up on our site and our YouTube. So Nintendo cleared some stuff up about Mario.
That's crazy.
Kind of a placeholder. There's costumes a bit, stable molecules, costume coins, 100 lattice.
Ooh!
Book on dollar.com to get our lowest rates. Why are you in my house?
Spy got a new
Hi, we're Naki. Today we're excited to share the gameplay design of our upcoming Gunfu game, Spine. In our game, you're the star of your own Gunfu movie, with our protagonist Redline engaging in free-flow combat, fluidly moving between enemies and never losing control of the action. Guns are our main focus. Everything in Spine is about how Redline uses firearms.
Yo, the more I check on this game, man, it gets so much better overall.
We always design our mechanics to feel like a gunfu movie, like Redline turning opponents' guns against them instead of carrying an inventory. She can use spray paint to blind her enemies, attack with nearby objects, and use environment to her advantage. Your gunfu skills will be tested against both regular foes and powerful bosses, while Redline's spine implant will sharpen her reflexes to even the odds. Dare to take on a bigger challenge? Turn on hardcore mode and wishlist Spine today.
Yo, man, this game's not me out yet, man.
And the winner is T-Mobile Home Internet, J.D. Power's #1 in customer satisfaction. Excuse us. T-Mobile also won top internet service provider. Too long, go that way. We'll go that way. And best.
Ready or not?
Have you ever heard content creators say, comment the word burgers below and I'll send you over something for free? And
Guns.
Ready or not, console?
Action. Glory. If that's why you joined SWAT, wake the hell up.
911. What is your emergency?
You're not here to pull the trigger and ask questions later.
We've got reports of a number of armed individuals.
You must follow the rules of engagement.
We need to bring as many suspects back as we can.
Hostage situations. Bomb threats. Active shooters.
Drop the weapon and put your hands up!
But the life or death question is always, what's on the other side of that door?
Flashing it.
Yo.
That feel like glory.
It's actually coming on a console. Imagine it just came out today.
We're not cowboys. We are not heroes. We are the last line of defense. Are you ready?
Summer.
I just came across the best.
The Sandman.
Who's coming in the driveway?
We're all together in the fun.
I'm sorry, I thought it was Sandman like Marvel. Never mind.
In 28 years later, we tried imagining how a world would rebuild itself after an apocalypse.
Britain, what does the infection look like?
Man, 28 years later, it's gonna be sick.
My name is Dmitry Smirnov. I am the... It's something like a dream project for us. It's love letter for classic platformers, but also we are trying to be in the level of top-rated platformers. Currently, we are working on a free DLC for players who bought the game.
Free DLC.
There are a lot of ideas. Ultra hard mod. The ultra hard mod will push.
If a man really hated ads, here's what he would do. Day one, he would install Pi on his computer without...
Let's give them a proper welcome. What are you waiting for? Come at me!
Bro, I remember Blade and Soul came out on PC, and then it was like, I think they had to cancel it or something, and then they came back and and it's now called Blade and Soul
Confluence is a
Neo.
connected workspace where teams can do it all. Like project managers orchestrating plans their whole organization will follow, as if they're managing the future. Magically connecting the right people for time.
Missiles away.
Wild Assault.
Taking Charlie 2.
What the heck? What the heck?
The enemy is attacking Charlie 1. Request assistance immediately.
What the heck? This is like furry battle royale, bro. It's legit just furry battle royale.
Do not engage. Do not engage.
What the heck?
Justice knows no boundaries.
Available now. I'm good. Alright, what else do they got?
There have been students from various schools playing in the golf course construction zones, and some of them are wearing...
The Galaxy's Gaming Showcase. We should look that up. Hold on.
Tell me if I got this straight. Baxter Race
Sheriff Beale Dakota.
made the finest rifles this side of the Mississippi.
Make the finest.
He made himself a damn fortune selling those guns.
Used it to build his sweetheart a
At the wild, they got the Wild West accent, you know.
Then poor Bax passed away, heartbroken and miserable after she up and died of consumption.
It's just about the
It's
size
a
of
third
it.
person.
What do you care? I mean, both these folks been dead and buried going on 30 years now.
Well, then it's awful kind of them to send me a wedding invitation, ain't it? And I reckon it's time I pay 'em a visit.
No demo, no nothing. Oh heck.
그놈들은 그들은 항상 우리 주변에.
Nah. Ooh. A limited edition console? That looks cool. At Microsoft Store. Wow. So Microsoft Store. What do you even get? I mean, it looks cool and all. Get it early. Add a card? Oh, it's a wrap? Bruh. Oh. Get it as soon as April 21st to... Okay. So... Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a biggest, like, I'll just bookmark it. I'm not a biggest, like, Doom, but I could see some people getting it. It's literally just a fucking wrap. I thought it was like a legit console, like the Spider-Man 2 Limited Edition bundle for PS5.
I've always been
But it's an actual
passionate about
wrap.
no
Like you
fees
can
and
wrap it around
minimums
your
on checking
Xbox.
accounts.
Aren't you in the Hall of Fame?
And didn't you live in space? What's in your wallet?
You? I am the great Captain Hondo Onaka.
Do you have a crew coming to break you out?
I am in between crews right now.
Right.
The great Debbie treasure. Split it all. With the finest for your course.
I think we're moving more towards equal shares.
You sound like those raiders. I had to cut them loose. They were not happy.
Coordinates are set.
This game, man, flopped hella hard.
Is for you to seize. It is time we made our move.
You good, Hondo?
Better than good, my dear. You want riches, you want fame. You don't get the treasure without taking the risk.
I'm good, Chief. I want to see what people are saying. It only got 14 likes, by the way.
That's a QR code to get Google reviews.
Lords of the Fallen, I've never played it. But I know it's a Souls-like game.
Lords of the Fallen is the dark fantasy action RPG that interweaves the realms of the living and the dead, as players embark upon a perilous adventure to destroy a demon god. Since its launch in October 2023, the game has received over 50 post-launch updates, many
That's
shaped by community
crazy.
feedback. With
50
over 4.5
post-launch
million players
updates?
across the globe, that dialogue has been instrumental in helping forge the game into what it is today. And now, we're proud to present version 2.0, the definitive edition of Lords of the Fallen. Lords
Online
of the Fallen
co-op?
launched with a seamless co-op mode. Unlike many Souls-likes, players could journey together for as long as they chose. With version 2.0, we've taken things a significant step further. From today onwards, Lords of the Fallen now features full shared progression cross-play co-op. So, how does it work? When two players join an online session, provided they're on the same new game playthrough and have defeated a similar number of the 12 main bosses within a margin of 1, both players will now retain all mainline progress. Bosses will remain defeated, and beacons will stay lit, or otherwise. Additionally, in all online sessions, both players will now receive all loot, 100% of vigor, and also have the ability to revive each other, whether host or guest. Version 2.0 also introduces the Lords of the Fallen Free Friends Pass. As of today, anyone who doesn't currently own the game can now create a character and explore the entire tutorial area.
This
Once
is what
completed,
most
players can then
games should
join any
have,
friend who
a
owns
friend's
the base
pass.
game online co-op, ready to continue the journey through Mornstead side by side. But the question remains, who do you trust to watch your back?
This is crazy. This is mind
Many
blowing.
praised the combat system in Lords of the Fallen, citing elements including the focus
No,
on
this is a
dual
good
weapon
update.
wielding, the ability to switch between one-handed and two-handed attacks mid-flow, and being able to equip up to 5 different spells at any one time. However, some players voiced how movement could feel floaty, with attacks sometimes lacking sufficient weight or responsiveness. Building on the initial improvements introduced in version 1.7, which included a refined roll distance and tighter animation cancellation, version 2.0 presents a fully revamped character control and combat system in response to fan feedback and extensive playtesting. Starting with movement, walk and run animations are now much tighter. Thanks to improved physics, your character now stops almost instantly, offering more precise control in and out of combat. Turning your character is also much faster, with a far greater degree of mobility, while a new dedicated jump button means you can leap at any time.
Yo, it has a dedicated jump button, bro.
As for combat, every weapon class has been refined to feel more responsive in battle.
It only had a dodge button mechanic, and now it has a jump button.
Natural, while a tighter roll and quicker dash allows for more effective evasions. The lock-on system has also been modified to ensure more intuitive enemy selection, while removing the chance to accidentally lock onto environmental elements during combat. Furthermore,
it was
the
like
sword
that?
attack
Oh,
is now
I can see
much
why it
faster
was terrible.
for more effective use mid-combat.
Audio?
While combat fidelity is integral to any Souls-like, equally important is how satisfying that combat feels, and that's where audio comes in. As well as both block and parry, every single weapon has received a full sound overhaul, resulting in a more intense and gratifying experience with every swing, clash, and thud. Alongside this, the sound effects when striking an enemy have also been intensified to ensure you really feel your weapon slice through every single layer, from armor through to flesh and finally bone.
Character creator.
Another highly popular community request has been the ability to create more attractive and generally realistic looking characters. Both the male and female options have been visually enhanced, while we've also increased the femininity of the female body type with more attractive face options and a more conventionally feminine body shape.
Yes, sir.
The game's UI has also received a full visual upgrade. It's now cleaner, more
Bruh,
modern,
it's
and
way
easier to
better
navigate.
now.
Players can completely disable the HUD for a more immersive experience, or use the dynamic HUD setting where it fades in and out based on gameplay. These UI improvements arrive hand in hand with a fully revised tutorial. Player prompts have been streamlined for increased clarity, while the addition of an all-new guidebook means players can revisit previous prompts at any time throughout their adventure. And talking of guidance, your umbral lamp now has the ability to highlight the path towards your next vestige point, aiding Lost Crusaders through the winding passages of Mornstead. Numerous quality of life improvements also arrive with version 2.0, including an option for automatic vigor collection and new button prompts for both grievous strikes and environmental soulflays. Lords of the Fallen version 2.0 is the definitive edition of the dark fantasy action RPG and is available now for all lamp bearers.
It's available
In light,
now.
we walk. 2.0, the definitive edition of Lords of the Fallen. Definitive edition of the dark fantasy action RPG and is available now for all lamp bearers. In light, we walk.
Yes, Friends Pass is really surprising. Yeah, I was never expecting these developers to, you know, Friends Pass. Because the thing about Friends Pass is like, I own the game right, you don't own the game right, we can both play, you know? And that's like surprising. So, that's cool. Heck. Autonomica? A burger backpack? So it's like those type of like games, right? I think personally, if I were to play this game, it's if I would just turn off my brain and just chillax and just fucking play whatever, you know? Jiggle physics? What the heck? And this game doesn't have crossplay, right? You get married? What is this, Final Fantasy 14? You may kiss the bride. Alright. I've seen enough.
I'm saying I almost.
Blaze of Fire.
This is where
I'm
you
like
put the
kind of
red
sleepy.
weapons and
I'm like
forging
getting
into
kind of tired,
predators.
guys.
Weapons are split into 3 categories: slashing, piercing, and blunt types, with some weapons having the option of swapping between both slashing and piercing. To ensure you're using the right weapon for the job, check the enemy's outline for their weak points and cycle through your equipped weapons. Fighting with the right weapon and targeting an enemy's weak points ensures that you'll make quick work of all those you come up against. Make use of the terrain by sticking to the higher ground to gain the advantage in battle. Atso is also here to assist. He will analyze and document every enemy you encounter, recording all the details in his chronicle.
Starting my notes on these foul, putrid ones.
The more you face each enemy type, the more detailed Atso notes will become, revealing their lore and better strategies to defeat them.
A masterpiece.
Defeating a certain number of enemies wielding the same weapon will unlock that weapon's forging scroll. Once the scroll is collected, the new weapon will be ready for you to forge, thus further improving your arsenal. Fight your way through your quest and forge your legend.
Continue with your factual.
Thank you.
It looks alright, I guess.
Seaman will be a good
Release date, guys. Release date. Release date.
Here we go. Split up. Guess I'll just die. Quick, split up. Get over here. Ah, so close.
Hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $22 per hour in community.
This is squirrel with a gun. I'm big. Be fine.
What the fuck, dude?
What's up?
Not much. Just do my thing. won't let me.
Now I'm looking at some upcoming games.
Go figure.
Oh, I see you've met my plug. I mean your new classmate.
I'm edging right now, not at this very moment, but overall these parts of town. But this time around, the Edge boys are putting up a fight by releasing mods that don't show full anything. They just give you a glimpse, you know, a little taste, get you hooked a little bit. It's a very common trend as well, as there's another mod for Storm, which just makes her thick. A lot of badunka-dunk and all. Goon or Team Edge. I'm edging.
I want them to kill off Jin more.
Join the adventure on the rescue.
Henry's bitching about it again, dude. This is the first time Jin's been like top tier, dude. I'm like, you're fucking lying, bro. Jin was top tier in 7 for most of 7's lifespan, bro.
Jin has never been top tier.
Let's see here. And did you see a new NSFW game removed because a bunch of people complained about it? I mean, it was a game where like you kidnap women.
How far-reaching the effort has been. And
have this on the platform. I think it's weird, right? It's a weird game. I'm not gonna go and get like super upset about this. There's video games where you kill people, the discourse about it, but at the same time, like Steam does have its. Yeah, that's how I see it.
I'm Minasan. I'm gonna end the stream here. It's 11:31 p.m. So, but yeah, without you guys, I will be streaming next time. Alright, peace, love you guys. I'll catch you guys next time. Alright, love you guys, and thank you guys so much for watching. This is Man Culture. DJ Musume by here. FateHimEtsuMilySuzume. Peace, love you guys. Catch you guys later. Alright, Johnny.